Naruto deserved better. We all know the story of Naruto, the story of an orphaned boy shunned by his own village who dreams to one day become the Hokage, which is the leader of his village. Naruto is a story with rich lore, an engaging plot, and tons of interesting characters, not to mention Naruto himself. Let me cut to the chase. Naruto was done dirty in Boruto. I love the story of Boruto and what he represents as a character, but at the end of the day, our boy Naruto was done absolutely dirty and he deserves better. I know some of you might be mad about this, and I honestly don't care. I can hear some of y'all now. It's Boruto's show. You on Naruto, go watch Naruto. The thing is, without Naruto, there would be no Boruto, period, in canon or real life. Personally, I'm a long-time Naruto fan. This is just how I feel. This has nothing to do with Boruto as a character, but fundamentally how the series has been written thus far. And if you're going to hit the dislike button, at least hit the dislike button twice. But with all that said, let me explain. I won't rehash the total story of Naruto because if you're watching this video, clearly you know the story, or at the very least know it's ended. That being said, I will pace out the ending. At the end of Naruto, him and his teammates defeat the Otsutsuki god Kaguya and seal her away. Then Naruto and Sasuke have their big climactic battle. Naruto wins and they become friends and the shinobi world has been saved. After this, years later, Naruto's dream is finally realized that he becomes the Hokage. He is not only the strongest ninja in his village, but the entire shinobi world. He has overcome every obstacle in his way, every hardship, and now has the life he's always dreamed of. He has his best friend Sasuke at his side, reached his goal of becoming Hokage, but most importantly, he has a loving family of his own, filling the void he's had his entire life. Perfect ending, right? This leads into the spin-off series Boruto, who is Naruto's son. Like I said earlier, I like Boruto as a manga. Not so much the anime, as the amount of filler is just straight up ridiculous, and this is coming from a Naruto and One Piece fan. But Boruto, just like Naruto, One Piece, and other anime and manga, it has its flaws. That doesn't mean that it's not good or even great in its own right, that just means it's not perfect. But honestly, that's why we love it. My thing is, when you love and enjoy something, you should be able to critique it just as much as you praise it. It's not like it's coming from a place of malice or hate, but simply a place of wanting it to do better. Fundamentally, Boruto does represent one of the core themes present in Naruto, which is the Will of Fire. This is pretty much that the older generation nurtures and grows the newer generation and prepares them to be the future leaders of the village and entrusts them to one day uphold it. This is something that was extremely prevalent in Naruto and was expressed to us not only through the words of the Konoha shinobi, but through their actions. This concept of Will of Fire is really nice as it's instinctual to human nature and something that is practiced in most families, regardless of background, religion, or culture. Literally a concept that anybody can get behind. The thing about Boruto's story is it takes this concept and completely warps it. At the end of Naruto, him and Sasuke were literal gods amongst men and were at the top of their verse. Come Boruto series, they aren't even top 5 in the story anymore as they have been completely nerfed in a shell of their former self. Naruto lost arguably the biggest thing and something absolutely integral to him as a character, Kurama. Kurama has literally been with us since day 1, episode 1, and is synonymous with the story of Naruto. Don't get me wrong, I get it there should be stakes in any show, series, book, or anything, but at the same time it has to be balanced and actually make sense. Sasuke has his Rinnegan eye, which is thought to be the most powerful eyes in the world, simply stabbed out point blank, and he's always low on chakra. His eyes can literally see chakra and how it flows, and not to mention a host of godly abilities, but he couldn't see it or even dodge it. Then to take the disrespect even further, Naruto was sealed away while in his home with his wife Hinata by Kawaki. The man was once the strongest being in the world, leader of the strongest village, just to be sealed away by a 14-year-old boy. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't. I understand this is Boruto's show and it's his time to shine, but the handling of Naruto makes absolutely no sense and just could have been done a bit better. He went from the top of his verse, no one can hang with him, to 6 months later, his son and a few other people have simply surpassed him. It's absolutely wild. It's as if they didn't know how to balance the newer generation with the previous one. Think about Konohamaru. He is an absolute joke in Boruto. This really hurts to say as I loved him in Naruto and just knew he was going to be a powerhouse as an adult. He is the surviving grandson of the third Hokage who was once known as the god of shinobi. He's the same guy who said to Naruto that he will one day compete with him to see who will be Hokage. My boy has not taken not one W in Boruto, and it literally hurts. He watched his friend get killed right in front of him, he could not protect his own students from Ao, and then on top of that, he was completely defeated by Kashin Koji to the point where he was getting burned alive and Boruto had to rescue him. Think about it, he was supposed to be the new generation Team 7's Kakashi. Let that sink in. No cope or hyperbole, I wholeheartedly believe that everyone on his team in Team 7 was more powerful than him before the time skip, and now after the time skip, it's not even a question, with the exception of maybe Sakura pre-time skip. I know the Will of Fire is about passing it on to the next generation, but that shouldn't come at a cost to the previous. In Naruto, the older generation never felt straight up weak or useless. They always felt powerful or at least competent, even as our main cast were growing stronger. Until around the Pain fight, the Kakashi and the rest of the older generation began to feel like they were being surpassed by the newer generation. But even then, they still held a certain presence and never seemed to be irrelevant. Hell, Might God was legit the strongest character in the Leaf up until the end of the war when Naruto and Sasuke got their god level power-ups. The newer generation were allowed to be great without coming at a cost to the older generation. It was a better balance, and I feel that balance is sorely missing from Boruto. When Boruto was first announced, we all kind of knew Naruto wouldn't be the focus, but we knew he would still be hugely relevant to the story and a big part of it. Then in chapter 1 of the story, it's teased that Naruto was dead or gone in some way when Kawaki says, "I will send you the way of the seventh." This had a lot of fans worried and truly on the edge of our seats when it first happened, but I honestly get why the mangaka chose this path for the story. I just feel it could have been executed a bit better. At this point, I do think it would have just been better for Naruto if he had gone out in a blaze of glory instead of being sealed away in a whimper. Or hell, even if the story had taken place 50 to 100 years in the future. One, this would have appeased the older Naruto fans who wanted everything Naruto did in his story to continue to be meaningful as he ushered in a world of peace. Also, it would have given the writers an out for not needing to nerf guys like Naruto and Sasuke who were absolute powerhouses because, well, they wouldn't have been around. I honestly feel like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They know after Naruto wrapped up, the fans were still clamoring for more Naruto content, and on top of that, it was an absolute cash cow for Shueisha. They knew they couldn't just get rid of Naruto, as they had built up this huge brand with him, and it would be hard just to suddenly throw in a new face. Even though that's kind of what they did with Boruto in the end. At the end of the day, I love Naruto as a series and Naruto as a character. All my fellow Naruto fans know it's just something about him that's simply great. And after seeing everything on his journey that he went through, he deserves to have his dream fulfilled and to live it. On top of that, he deserves more respect from the world of Naruto. With all that said, I still love the Boruto series. I'm a monthly reader of the manga and I'm very engaged in the Boruto community. It's not nowhere big as the fan base of Naruto, but it has a strong fan base that are really passionate about it and care. I wholeheartedly feel like the main reason it's not as big as it could be is the anime, but that's a whole nother story. When it's all said and done, I just love my guy Naruto and I just want him to shine. If you like anything I had to say here, drop a like, follow, comment. Yes, I know it's cliche, but it really does help out small channels like mine. If not, let me know and let's talk about it in the comments below. I do respond to people and I like to pick their brain a bit. Until next time.